Okay, are we being live? This is where I have to go and check all these other wee bits to make sure that we are live. Are we? Oh, hello. Hello, I think we are live. Yes.
Is this the technical part when you look at your phone to see if we're live on Facebook?
I have to genuinely have to check my phone to make sure that we are live on Facebook, because it's not that I don't trust it. However, there have been several times where I thought I'm live and I'm not. I'm sitting talking to myself. Right. So
yep.
loves. Welcome to our regular Wednesday masterclass. Now, can somebody in the chat box, can you see Joanne, or is it just me that you can see? Because on my phone, it's just me that we can see. And I want us, how do I change the view? Oh my God. You would think by now that I would have some kind of idea how this stuff works, wouldn't you? You would think that.
You'd think. But I think same. And I always surprise myself at how technophobic I can be.
Oh, I want a view. How do I get the gallery view? Gallery view. Oh. Just you until Joe talks. Oh, fabulous. Right, I think I've got us. Oh, I have done it. I'm a legend. I'm a legend of the fold. Right, so if you have just joined us, I do apologise for the Luddite behaviour, both me and the lovely Joanne, that leads me into a lovely introduction of this is Joanne Pitts. Joanne, we've known, how long now have we been in each other's world?
Oh, well, 6 months you're coaching. And it was probably about a year and a half before that, because I did one of your 5-day courses, and it took me a year to come to coach.
Well, do you know, you're not be the first, and you're certainly not the first, and you certainly won't be the, sorry, I have to come to, you won't be the last. I was talking, one of our existing ladies, who is going to remain nameless, I was talking to another lady yesterday. I was like, well, this lady had a call with me over a year ago, and it took her a year to try and get on board. So it's, there's a little bit of mindset stuff there, but that's not what we're all about today. So Joanne has been one of our success stories, one of our one-to-one clients. She has lost a significant amount of weight, and she has gained a significant amount of self-esteem and confidence. And so much so that she has gone into the world of coaching with a slant on fibromyalgia, because that's something that she, I don't want to say suffers from, I don't like the word suffer, but that's something that she has been diagnosed with and has had to overcome the challenges around her weight loss with that. So the reason I wanted to do a masterclass around fat loss and fibromyalgia, it's something that myself and Clara have talked about quite a lot, because it's becoming more and more common in the range, not the range, I suppose, in the women that we work with. So if you think that we kind of tend to work with women over the age of 38, there tends to be quite a high proportion, I suppose, of women with either fibromyalgia. We're seeing quite a lot of thyroid conditions, we're seeing quite a lot of rheumatoid arthritis, and a lot of it kind of gets chucked into the same bucket, and it just makes life harder. So we're going to go over a few things. Joanne's going to pitch in, I'm going to pitch in, and we're going to just do the do. So what I would ask the ladies that are live, it doesn't matter if you have been diagnosed with fibro or not, because what we're going to be talking about will cover a whole range of challenges. So if you do have any questions, or if you do have anything that pops into your mind, regardless if it's fibro related, then chuck a comment in the comments, chuck a question in the comments. So Joanne.
Yes.
What is fibromyalgia? Because I'm going to be very honest, until 5 years ago, and even when I was doing my qualifications, wasn't a thing. Well, it was a thing, but it was never ever mentioned. So give us a quick rundown on what it is and how do people get it?
Right, well, so it's classified as having widespread pain and fatigue, but there's so many symptoms to it. So IBS symptoms, light and noise sensitivity symptoms, headaches. The fatigue is, for me personally, fatigue is the worst part. The pain is, I can manage that unless it's really bad, but the fatigue is just crushing. You get insomnia with it, you can get muscle stiffness with it, memory and concentration. Fibro fog is, it's a beast of its own. You forget things. Early before I came on, I put my glasses down and I couldn't remember where I put them. I was going mental trying to find them. But so that sort of fibro fog stuff, when I first started with it, I just had one infection after another. So I'd have UTIs, then I'd get kidney infections, and I'd get skin infections, and I'd get eye infections. And it was just a constant barrage of shit, basically, just one symptom after another. Stress, you get more stressed because obviously when you first start getting these symptoms, it's like, what's going on? Why am I feeling so bad? Why can't I function? And it's just horrible, because it's almost like you go from being able to fully function to not. So I mean, I started with it when I was 30. So at the age of 30, I went from sort of being, well, I was expecting my son, so I was fit, I was doing a job I loved, it were great, and then all of a sudden I just went downhill massively. The causes for it are varied. What they say it can be like post-viral. So I think there's a lot of links in there, like with long COVID, because obviously that's a virus, people are being poorly after it. So post-viral's one. Stressful events, psychological stressful events can cause it. Being in a car accident, post-operative, just all sorts of things. There's no rhyme or reason to it, and that's why it's so difficult to sort of diagnose, and because the diagnosis is basically rule everything else out, and then we can say, well, you've got fibro. So I had so many tests. I think it took about 4 years to diagnose me, and I'm not lucky one. Sometimes it can take up to 11 years. So it's a bit of a bugger, not very nice.
Yeah. So from what you're saying then, you know, all of these different effects, symptoms, anybody could have any mixture of them, and I take it then that's why it can be so difficult for people to lose weight, because of it could be fatigue, or it could be achy joints, or it could be brain fog, could be anything that is stopping people from getting up and being motivated, I suppose.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it's like, I suppose, if you're going to go and exercise, so say if you had an injury, if you hurt your ankle, you won't go for a run. But so we're told sort of throughout, like with fitness and stuff like that, oh, you know, so if you're hurting, you don't push yourself. Whereas, not that you should push yourself when you've got fibro, but it can almost paralyze you to the point where you do nothing. And that's no good for you. It's not any good, you know. You just seize up then. You seize up and you feel.
Yeah, okay. So have you found, so from your own personal experience, have you found that losing a significant amount of body fat has helped you?
I feel loads better, yeah. I feel probably better now than what I did before I got it.
Well, you were pregnant then. You probably felt shit.
Yeah, just I think being stronger is a massive one.
Yeah.
Trusting my body, more because I didn't trust that my body could do things. So from losing the weight and obviously doing the things that I needed to do to lose the weight, I trust my body more because I've been able to see what it can do, and just not having to carry around as much bloody weight, because I mean it takes its toll on you, you know it. And it's hard work, you know, trying to walk up hills with an extra 20 pounds or so. Yeah. So, you know, it does help. And more energy. I've had loads more energy. So, yeah.
Good. So I think for those of you listening that are struggling with, you know, trying to lose body fat, and you know you feel that you get stuck because you can't move as much as you might want to, the good news, I suppose, is that you don't necessarily have to focus on the movement element and exercise. You don't need to do very high intensity workouts in order to lose body fat. I think the main thing that we've found with our ladies who have got any form of challenges that include fatigue or any form of body pain is that most of the focus needs to be on nutrition and needs to be on how we think about what we can do. And there's from a nutrition point of view, there's no magic formula. You know, it's not look, if you eat this way, suddenly you're going to feel 100 times better. But the same principles apply for most people in terms of, you know, making sure that you're drinking enough water, making sure that you're getting 5 portions of fruit and veg, making sure that you're getting a good quality protein and you're getting a good mix of macronutrients, which is your fat, your carbs, and your protein. Because if you're struggling with fatigue, we can use nutrition to give us energy, to give us the right energy. So you'll know yourself, yes, you might get that short-term fix from a Mars bar, but an hour later, you're going to feel like shit. And if you feel like shit to begin with, it's going to make you feel more like shit. But if you can get into the habit of fueling your body with decent quality, nutritious food, you know, you're going to start having better energy. And that also benefits from a fat loss point of view as well. This is not, we have found with various clients over the past few years that playing about with different things does work for different people. You know, I had a lady that I was coaching last year who we found that got some benefit from removing gluten from her diet. And we've had some people that have seen changes in their energy levels, and this lady was experiencing swelling in her joints, and we removed dairy for a short term and she saw some benefit with that. Now, they're not a blanket approach at all. There's just different elements that you can test and learn with your own body. So the good news is, yes, you don't need to exercise loads and loads and loads, but we do want you to keep moving. As Joel says, you know, not doing anything is possibly one of the worst things that you can do. But as I say, I've had clients drop 2-3 dress sizes in 90 days, and we have done 0 formalized exercise, but we have done getting your steps in and gradually increasing the amount of stamina somebody has just through walking, and maybe doing some band work as well to make sure that we're activating muscles, because, you know, when it comes to muscles, motion is lotion. If you want to eradicate that pain long term, get your muscles and joints moving properly. So I think one of the big things, and I know this is something that you and Clara have spent a lot of time on over the past wee while, is, you know, how do you manage when you have a physical, emotional, or mental setback? You know, what are your key tips? Because I think it's very easy for it to go, yeah, I'm eating healthy and I'm feeling loads better and I'm dropping weight and that's brilliant. And then boom, you kind of almost forget that, you know, this can come and sideswipe you. So how have you, or what's your recommendations for people when they do experience a bit of a pain or a fatigue setback?
So I think with me, and this will be in hindsight, because it's like that, you can be sort of flying high and then all of a sudden you're just knocked, and it's like, where do I go from here? And I think to acknowledge that, yeah, it's not what you wanted, but it's not going to last forever. You know, they never do last forever, flares. They come, I mean, they can last. I've had flares before that have lasted up to 6 months, but that was when I was really, really bad. So basically, de-stressing and keeping your mindset sort of in moment. It's that the mindset stuff has been key for me, basically, because if my head goes down, then I go down, and it's so hard. So focusing on what you can do and not what you can't do. I mean, like today, I've done 4,000 steps today because my back's been hurting. But I'm not going to think to myself, oh, well, I did 10,000 yesterday, so what's up with me today? Today, it's just a day. It's a day. Tomorrow could be different, you know, and it's not going to last. So, and just have patience, because we're all different and different things bother us. And I probably should have reached out more than what I did. Because whenever I do reach out, I always get really good advice. and you know, it's that thing, it's that, I don't know if it's a pride thing or not.
It's a female thing. I can do it myself. I don't need help.
Yeah, yep, definitely. But yeah, just seeking solutions instead of looking at the problems, instead of looking at what's going wrong. What can you do to make yourself feel better? And if you have a setback, don't start eating custard creams, because they're just not good for you, man.
They're not going to serve you. Definitely from an energy point of view, not going to serve you. They do taste nice, that wee cappuccino. And I think one thing that I've seen over the last couple of years is there's a distinct camp of women who get a diagnosis and say, oh, well, then that's me, I'm fucked. But then there's a distinct camp of women that are like, okay, well, that's just a spanner in the works. It doesn't mean to say I still can't reach my goals. It just means I might have to take a different path in order to get there. So I think mindset is totally, totally key, and that mental belief in, you know, wherever there is any form of problem, there is always a solution, always.
Yeah.
And it's being open, I think, being open to the fact that, you know, there is a positive outcome out there if you choose it. And that, I think a lot of it can come down to, are you open to change or not?
Yeah. Yeah. And trying to put a spin on it as well. It's like, if I hadn't got fibro, there's so many things I wouldn't have done. So I would have stayed in the job that I was doing. And yeah, I've had a crap time of it, but it's made me stronger, and it's made me look at what I can do. And instead of just laying down and taking it, thinking, right, well, how can I make my life better now? How can I improve it? And so trying not to look at it as a bad thing. And this is going to sound really bad for anybody who's really suffering, but see it as an opportunity. See it as opportunity to change your life in a good way. And I know that's going to sound awful to anybody who's really suffering right now. I do, but honestly, I've been there, and it can change.
Yeah, I think it's one of the, it's been a key learning for me actually over the last couple of years, like really going on that journey of, you know, gratitude and seeing the opportunity when everything looks like it's just all going wrong. There is always something that you can find. And I was talking to, who was I talking to? I was talking to a girl that I'm coaching today, and it was like, yes, everything, it might seem like your world is crumbling all around you, but when we open ourselves up to, well, it's this or something better, and I'm going to go for something better, and we can't magically make all the shit go away, but we are the people in control of our own destiny, and we can do the actions, we can do the inputs that may not get the outputs tomorrow or a week's time or 2 weeks time, but if you're doing the little things consistently, then you're always going to get the outcome at the end of it.
Yeah.
And the same absolutely applies. So I'm thinking, let me see if we've got comments. Oh yeah. Oh, hello ladies. We've got loads of comments. Lovely to see you all. Yeah, Helen is another good example here as well. She was experiencing ME and went through a team EMW journey as well, and she's now a bloody strong woman. Everyone's phone is different, Helen. Yes, you said everybody's phone is different. I think she means journey. Journey. Everybody's journey is different, absolutely. Okay, so what would, if you were to give somebody who is experiencing fibro, or they are suffering from very low fatigue, what would your top 3 tips be, or top 3 bits of advice?
Top 3 bits of advice.
I threw that
Drink
on you.
more
Sorry, she didn't prep for this, but sorry.
No, you won't give me any prep for this. Drink more water. Drink more water. Honestly, it makes a massive amount of difference. Energy levels it really helps. So drink more water.
This is my 3rd one today, people. This is not just this is advice that everybody can get on board with. The easiest way of getting your energy levels up.
Yep. Top 3. Now you
Can
see,
I add one in? Sorry, can I add one in?
Go on then.
Self-care.
Self-care.
Proper self-care, not like I'm going to be a lazy cow today because I'm tired, but I'm going to go for a walk and get some fresh air and get some activity. Self-care. I'm going to practice some yoga. Self-care.
Yes.
I'm going to go and get a good night's sleep tonight. No, I'm going to have a bottle of wine because I feel rubbish. I'm going to go to bed and have a really good sleep.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I talk about a lot in my group, because I think when you've got fatigue or you've got pain, you as a woman, you usually having to look after other people, so you end up using your precious energy on other people, and then you're just even more knackered. So you prioritize yourself and look after yourself first, because if you're not all right, you can't look after your family and you can't look after your kids. So it's not selfish, it is actually real self-care, and really look after yourself and be honest with yourself. Like Emma was saying then, you know, you might want a bottle of wine, but is it going to help you? Are you too tired to go for a walk, or are you just feeling sorry for yourself? It's that sort of thing, you know. Just, and it's sometimes it's hard to face that stuff and think, well, am I just being a lazy cow? We don't want to be lazy cows, do we? But you know, you know, sometimes you do need that honesty with yourself. Yeah.
And that applies for everybody who's not even suffering with fibro or ME or any kind of fatigue. There's a general kind of oh my God, that was a really rough day part to it as well.
Yeah. And nutrition as well. That's been a big one for me. And that's where EMW really, really helped, because I didn't get it. I didn't understand it. I thought I knew what eating healthy was. And I really didn't have a clue, because you're so bombarded with stuff by Facebook and by media and stuff about what is supposed to be healthy, that you just end up really confused by it all. So as soon as I started having real balanced nutrition, so not a diet, but balanced nutrition, as in what will fuel my body and make my body work, I felt loads better. And it's like that basic stuff, isn't it? I mean, you've put that Maslow's hierarchy of needs up in group a few times, and it is that basic stuff. Your sleep needs to be on point. your nutrition needs to be on point. You need to feel secure and stuff like that. And just them, basically those 3 things. Sorry, I started going off on this soapbox then.
Love it. So in summary, I'm going to give you an opportunity to pitch your group in a minute. So in summary, fat loss and fibro, there is no quick fix magic wand. The same principles apply. Eating in a calorie deficit, making sure that you're eating a balanced diet with fruit and veggies. Doesn't need to be fresh, frozen and tinned is absolutely fine. Drinking enough water, making sure that you're active. Not, for the most part, we would never recommend any of our clients that have got fibro or anything like that would do anything overly high intensity, but movement is an absolute non-negotiable. So yeah, I think that's really it. And mindset, absolutely. It's the same as most people's approach should be doing. Most people should be focusing on these areas and recovery, huge in recovery. Right, so lovely Joanne, give us a quick overview about your group, what's it called, where can people find it?
It is, well, it's on Facebook and it's Fibro Coaching. Now I need to get this bit right because earlier on I got it wrong. And it's Fibro Coaching, less fibro, more living, I think. I will post it in the comments below.
Yeah,
I'm
pop
sure
a
it's
link
that.
in the comments should anybody want to find the group and whatnot. So
then you don't have to have fibro if it's fatigue. You don't have to have a diagnosis, but it's just all helpful information. I put guides up and whatever you're struggling with, you can find it, and yeah, and it's supportive. So yeah, if you're struggling, come and join us.
Good stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. If anybody is experiencing any of the things that we spoke about, join Joanne's group. If you are in a place where you actually want to do something about your nutrition or mindset or whatnot, then pop a wee comment below that just says help. Yeah, put a wee help below, and we can have a quick chat over Messenger and see what's going on and see what we've got and the resources that we can send you. And if it's something that we don't have, then lovely Joe might have it. So yeah, we want to make sure that we can give as much support as possible to anyone that might need it. So yeah, pop a wee help below should you want any. And I will let you all go. So if anybody's got any last minute questions, fling them in. But yeah, just to I don't know if you can see the comments, Joe, but you're getting a huge amount of congratulations, and you have, from where you were when we first spoke to where you are now, you're a blooming different person, like actual different person. Passion, you got the passion and joy back for life, as well as getting your body back where you wanted it to. So
yeah, love it. Yeah, and that's all thanks to you and Clara. So thank you so much.
Shop. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Anyway, right. I'll stop the love fest. Okay. I will speak to you all very, very soon for our EMW Academy girls. I am going to go and have some dinner, quickly get changed into some leggings and workout gear. We're doing our muscle activation and intensity workout. We're not doing a workout, don't panic. Workshop tonight. And yeah. So thank you everybody for joining tonight. Really appreciate you watching. Appreciate you being in the group. And as I say, if you need any support, just pop help in the comments and we'll get you sorted. All right. Oh, and if you haven't signed up for the 5-day mini course yet, which kicks off next week, pop 5 days in the comments so we can make sure that we send you the link. This is a free 5-day mini course, all about nutrition, all about mindset. We might do some exercise, not really sure yet. But this is a fabulous opportunity for you to get free coaching from the team and a little bit of fun activity as well. So yeah, thank you. Thanks all. Speak to you later.
Bye.
Bye.